Hopefully everybody's having a good day, enjoying their day. Um, we'll get into this here shortly. Just give us a few minutes. I was supposed to unblock one account, but I spaced it out. So we'll get it figured out. Somebody's no Tunaki, that's not. So we're about to get into this, everybody. As you can see, who's on the screen. For the people that do not know, yes, Miss Jeanette, we've been enjoying some time away, but here we are. We're making an exception to everything that's going on. And somebody has made a comeback to TikTok thinking that everything is fine and dandy, that after they, took so much money from a lot of different people that, she acts like she never did anything wrong. But originally it was calculated around 20,000. Right around 20,000 it was originally calculated. I'm going to be having Janae, so here's the thing. Here, let me play the clip. Let me play the clip. Let me get my little Bluetooth going.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Bluetooth mode.
Oh, we're barely getting started.
Paired successfully.
We are barely getting started, everybody. So, let me play the clip. And you can hear it directly from her. So, this is when she was live yesterday. So, I'm going to play this clip. Let me get into my gallery. You can just hear it directly from her. So, originally, it was calculated around $20,000 that she took on the back end and scammed people out of money. Let me play this clip for you.
Are you jealous? Jealous much? Are you jealous? Jealous much?
You heard it for yourself. Around $60,000. Around $60,000. Can you believe the audacity to be bragging about taking nearly $60,000 from people on TikTok? Out of all the things, like I said, it was calculated right around 20, a little bit more than that, but $60,000 on the back end of taking people's money. And if you're asking who, the name is on the screen. That's the name of the TikTok account. She says she's coming back full time to TikTok. Do you know what that means? If she's coming back full time to TikTok, yeah, SP's road to the, I can't say the last part of your user account name. You believe it's closer to 100,000? She's calculated it at around 60. How do you think you're going to come back full time to TikTok after you just admitted on a TikTok live stream that you've taken nearly about $60,000? About $60,000 from people on TikTok. And in case you missed it, I'll run it back one more time.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
Here's my thing. Jealous of what? Jealous of somebody scamming people out of about $60,000? Who is going to be jealous of somebody that laughs about taking nearly $60,000 from people? That is wild behavior. I don't know why she thinks she's going to make a full-time comeback to TikTok to scam more people out of money. But that is wild behavior. And I'm gonna bring KK into in a box. Let me see.
Thing, but just different people. Like September, like I said specifically, within like 3 days, she collected like I think it was almost $2,000 in 3 days for the same thing, for the same exact thing. Her just messaging people saying, "Hey, I have my doctor's appointment. I need this. I'm running short. I'm trying to do this," and just people would send the money, and she already got the money. But instead of saying, "Oh, hey, I already have the money, it's okay," and sending it back, she just kept it. Or the first message that she sent that she got the money for, she didn't tell that other person, "Oh, wait, never mind. Thank you for reading this, but I don't need it anymore. I just got it."
KK, you make a very valid point. We see this happen a lot. When you see people scamming people for money on social media, especially TikTok, they'll set they'll put a set amount, right? Like they'll be like, "Oh, I need 150 or I need $100." That's what they do, and then before you know it, even after they get what they need, they continue to collect money. They'll continue to collect as much as possible, and then they'll take it as much as they can, and after they already got what they needed.
Yep. And that's what she did. And a lot of us, we had no idea because I personally, I sent her money. I did. I sent her money. It was like end of 2023. I had sent her some money, like, oh, because she makes you feel welcomed in her room, because she was supposed to be talking about recovery and then scammers, addiction, and honestly, her room, like, it felt very, very inviting, and it just like I would just send her money, like, oh, just because I love you, like, $10 here, $15 there, but it was a false sense of security because that's how you got sucked in. It was the atmosphere, the people. Yes, Jennifer, very manipulative. And once I found out about everything that was going on behind the scenes, all the different messages that she was not only sending to other people, but the fact that she just came on live and was just asking for money. Just straight up, "Hey, I need a doctor's appointment, money for doctor's appointment." And when she did that, once again, people just was sending her money behind the scenes. They didn't even have to ask for her, her cash apps or whatever. They already had it because they had sent it to her before.
And on top of the money, on top of her, and for the ones that missed it, I could replay that clip right away. And about how much was calculated on your end, KK?
So so everything that I've seen and been told about, because some of the receipts I don't have physically in my hands because somebody else was also collecting receipts on a different platform. So I have not personally seen those receipts, but from everything that I've seen and heard of and people messaged me about, plus if you want to, all the gifts that she got in the last 6 months on TikTok, we're looking upwards of like almost 30,000.
Okay, so it went up.
It was at like 20. Well, with the gifts, it was, and we kind of averaged out the gifts. It's kind of hard because we can't go that far back on TickLeap, but it was like 28 and some change. And that's everything that I have seen, I have heard, and then the gifts. So if you don't want to get gifts, I would probably say about 22 to 23,000.
All right. Okay, so about 23,000, scamming people out of money on the back end. But I'll play that clip that I was able to get from you, KK. I got to give credit where credit's due. This clip I got from your account, if that's okay. And I got to give credit for the picture to SP's road to and I never say the end of the account name. But let me play this clip.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
That was SP yesterday. What live stream did you say, KK, that was?
I think that was on her cherry blossom special, and I think that was the second live stream she had because she had three. Her first one was on her private. She was private on Beautiful Broken Warrior. I do have some of that. Her internet was very bad yesterday, so it was going in and out. And then she had two separate lives on Cherry Blossom Special. She like restarted. But yeah, that was yesterday. That was yesterday. And then one of the she said that she's been busy making songs. She was playing some AI music, talking about the children yet again. So I'm glad I got that recorded because she's not supposed to be doing that. Not supposed to be doing that. And she
So,
was just BSing around.
so she's back to her normal of talking about people's children once again. When she knows that she's not supposed to be. Um, this is crazy because when she did get off of TikTok, she went over to YouTube and she continued her little escapades over on YouTube, knowing that children have always been off limits. You don't sit there and talk about anybody's children, and at that, um, putting their names out there and stuff of that. She got off of TikTok, went to YouTube, and was doing the same thing on YouTube.
And she's been doing this cycle, I guess, for a long time. She did the same cycle whenever I had first found her. She had stopped going on YouTube and went to TikTok, and then it keeps going over and over again. But just to specify, the child that she was talking about is a child that they have like a protective order against her, a restraining order, because of all the things that she was saying. So that especially is like a big no-no. Like, and even though I didn't say names, you knew what she was talking about. So she's still on this same stuff that she knows she's not supposed to be doing. Leave the kids out of it. Yes, if you see something, say something, but let the authorities handle it. Don't keep coming online and talking about it, like especially when it's like proved wrong.
And she knows,
They're gonna find her, and she's going to go to jail.
well, she knows that she's not even supposed to be talking, about little ones, people's children. And she think, I don't know why she thinks she's untouchable and all this craziness as far as, the authorities not catching up with her because, we've talked about this many, many times. Children have always been off limits. You don't sit here and you don't talk about people's children. You don't, none of that. What you do is, you bring truth and facts to what's going on in the scamming and doing, stuff of that nature. But you don't sit there and, she continues to do. And she went over to YouTube and did it. And now she's back on TikTok doing it again. And she thinks that that nothing's going to happen. But, eventually it will catch up. And, uh, but in my opinion, I believe she came back to TikTok to scam more people out of money. If she admitted to about 60,000 that she scammed out of people, our fear is how much more money is she going to scam out of new victims that she befriends and makes people think that she's a friend to them, and in all reality, it's all about taking money from them.
And that's why I'm glad. That's why I'm glad you, for one, you're doing this live stream, and I've seen so many people posting clips, reposting, commenting, boosting things. This is what we need to do 100% to make sure people are aware. I don't personally suggest messaging people. That's not what I do, but tagging them in these videos or sharing those videos directly to them is a great way for them to see it for themselves. The words right out of her mouth, the clips and other videos put together. That's like the perfect way to to share that with them, and just talking about it. Just talk about it as much as possible.
Yeah, and you know, uh, see, I'm like kind of speechless with this, um, because I knew that she would come back, but I didn't think that she would come back. Thinking that everything was fun and games, thinking that she actually took. We didn't know exactly how much was took, right? But I just didn't. I didn't think it was going to be that much. I mean, she could find herself in a situation similar to another TikToker. Um, that and KK, correct me if I'm wrong. What allegedly, supposedly, she was supposed to be an advocate for DV victims, right?
Are you talking
Somewhat.
about SP or the other
No,
person?
no, no. SP. She was allegedly, talked about DV situations and stuff of that nature.
Correct. Allegedly, she was supposed to help DV victims. She would ask Nancy, one of the people, she would ask her if she could, hey, this person needs. She claimed that the money she got from TikTok, she would help DV victims pay a phone bill, or she would ask her friend Nancy, and I've seen receipts of this. She would say, hey, a DV victim needs help with this. She would ask her friend Nancy, and I've seen receipts of this. She would say, hey, a DV victim needs help with this. Can you help with this? And she would have her send it under like dinner for you and your hubby, things like that. And it turns out that, I would assume that none of this is true, especially the money and it turns out that, I would assume that none of this is true, especially the money that she got from Nancy, which was thousands of dollars. Nancy even bought her a new phone. Yeah, KDB are paying for their electricity, just bills, she made it seem like the gifts we were giving her, she was putting towards somebody else in need. And I think that's why a lot of people had no issue with gifting her, is because we thought she was helping other people for it.
Yeah. And I seen that It's Just Suba said that they were a moderator for her. I don't know how far back that was when It's Just Suba was a moderator for SP, or if she or if they want to chime in on what they seen during their time as being a moderator for SP, because if they want to chime in, they could request a box. I don't mind opening up the box and kind of give us an insight on. Okay, no problem. Just
Yes, Diva, thank you. Okay, so there's something that's called, people keep using it, the camper crew. That there is like no more camper crew to my knowledge. There's none of them left. Of course, there's a few of them, probably a handful, maybe 10 to 15 left that still support her. I seen some people in there yesterday gifting her, but there's like, I am not a part of camper crew. I know you're not a part of camper crew. The majority of people who used to be with her have no longer want anything to do with her. We are not camper crew. Just
no.
putting that out there.
And that's one thing. People try to associate the Mexican homie as being, excuse me, as being part of the camper crew. I was never part of camper crew or whatever they want to call it. I was never, just because uh, we associated at one point, and we used to have her in a box. And yes, I said it before, a long time ago, before we cut ties with her, that we stood 10 toes down with her, because at that time, we were blinded by everything. And when she kept going on and on about little ones and children, I was like, yeah, this is unacceptable behavior. And there was a lot of other things that um, were happening, and I was all like, you know what, this is wild. So we cut all ties with her, and She got unmodded, and this is way I got recordings way back when we finally cut ties with her, and so for people to say that we are a camper crew or this and that, no, that is never the case. Never part of the camper crew. You can't associate the Mexican homie as part of being any type of crew or whatever they want to call it. That's just not. It's just misinformation that they want to put out there. But hey, that's why we're clearing things up, and that's why we're bringing awareness to this situation, because it's no laughing matter. There is no laughing matter as far as 60,000. Charlotte, did you request a box? I want to make sure that you requested a box, or if it was an accident, just let me know in the comments. Because I seen a request come in from you. It might have been by accident. Oh, okay. Charlotte does want a box. Go ahead, KK.
And I think there's quite a few people in here, and I know quite a few of these people in here were scammed by her in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Hi, Rudolph. And I'm just curious, if you were scammed by her in any shape, way, form, or fashion, whether it be her manipulating you to be your friend, if you gave money, things like that, will you put a 1 in the chat? I'm just curious.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, homie. Hey, KK. And hey, chat. I just wanted to make this really clear because it's driving me nuts.
Go ahead.
The original camper crew was a good thing. We actually picked someone that was live, and we'd go into their room and we would shower them with love and gifts and pump up their room. That's what the camper crew was. There have been people out here on this net that has put out a bad name on the camper crew as if they were trolls. That is not the case. And I want to make that very, very clear. I was part of the camper crew, was proud of it because we did good things. The camper crew did not troll. They did not say bad things about other people. We showered people with gifts and love. That's what the original camper crew was. There is no more camper crew because everybody left SP. Period. And that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to clear that shit up because it's making me really, really angry. And we all know who put out the bad word on the camper crew. It's bullshit.
And Miss Charlotte, me personally, I've never had anything negative to say, about the camper crew at all, because, I have nothing negative to say. But there was a lot of talk and things going on. And I'm not mentioning no names. I'm just saying, they put a picture out there of what the camper crew was, but I was never around when the camper crew was started. Or
no, you were always doing your own lives. You were never part of the camper crew. The camper crew was just the people that came in and supported her lives. And at the end of her live, she would say, okay, we're going to go over. And let me tell you how this started. I watched at Thanksgiving, I was by myself. And I watched Outlaw, a guy named Outlaw and his crew. And I watched them go in and shower a person in their live. They had like 8 people in their live. And they did like 50,000 in coins, just showered the shit out of this person. There was so much love. And I talked about it for 3 weeks. I couldn't stop talking about it because I was just in shock and awe of it all. And I talked about it every night in Scott's live. And one day I go into SP's live and she says, I think we're going to go and we're going to start showering people with gifts. We're going to be love bombing. And we're going to go in there and we're just going to shower them with gifts. And that's how SP started it. And that's where it came from. And no, you were never a part of that because you were always live when we did that. We came into your live to see who you were covering after we went and did the love bombing on someone that was holding alive to support them, to help build their community up. That's what it was about. It was about love, showering gifts, showing support. It was not a negative thing ever. Someone has put a spin on that, no names, but that's where it came from.
Thank you for clearing that up, Miss Charlotte. It is greatly appreciated. You're always, you've always been welcome on the platform. That's why, you know, the community that SP lost because of all the things that she did and stuff like that, we ended up gaining a great community. And I want to thank everybody that came over from SPs and the rest of the community that we have. You will never, and I'm going to make this very loud and clear. Um, I will never, ever, ever, ever ask anything from anybody. As you can see, our gifts are still turned off to this day. I will never reach out to anybody through TikTok messages, through phone or anything like that to ask for anything. That is not that is not how you conduct yourself. Um, I don't understand how people think that it's okay to take advantage of people, scam people for money that way. But we see it on all over the internet. We see it all over social media, and I just don't get it. I don't know how they can sleep comfortable at night knowing that they've taken advantage of a lot of people, and for her to come out and say it was about 60,000, that is crazy.
Listen, she is a malignant narcissist, and she thinks we're all idiots. And to some degree, we were, because we all felt she's a cult leader. We all fell into her bullshit. We bought into it, hook, line, and sinker. She made herself where it didn't matter what situation you was going through. She had been through it already, so you could relate to her. And that's how she was able to draw people in. And she did a lot of negative things. But when you're in the forest, you can't see the trees. That's just the way it is. And when you go in and you see positive things and everybody saying positive things, and yes, she covered people, but she would take it to degrees that no one should ever take it to. And she was scamming her own people. And as you can see, she admitted it last night. She sat back and laughed at every one of us. She's absolutely disgusting. She should not be on this app, but hell, there's a whole list of people that shouldn't be on here.
Yeah, and it's a sad situation, and like I said, Mr. Charlotte, there's going to be people. You know what? The one thing I will tell everybody, yeah, that's her TikTok name, Cherry Blossom Special 007. Now, I mentioned it earlier when we started. There's going to be people that don't like what we do by bringing awareness. They're going to say, "Mind your business. Why are you butting into people's business?" Let me tell you something. 60,000 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I don't care uh, if you're a millionaire. I just 60,000 is 60,000, and I guarantee you right now she's listening in. She is listening in because she was supposed to go live today about 35 minutes ago. So 35 minutes ago she was supposed to be live streaming. She heard that we were going to have this live stream, and if she's listening, don't think you're coming back full time to TikTok, because I'm going to get with other people, other awareness creators on TikTok, and I'm going to ask them a big favor to help spread awareness. I am gonna reach out to every awareness person that I know on TikTok, and I'm gonna ask for a big favor to help bring awareness to what now with this recording, now with her admitting to it being about 60,000. No, berries. That is SP, and I'll run that clip back for the ones that came in late. Um, 60,000 is 60,000, and let me run this clip back real quick. I'll play it again that way for the ones that missed it.
But what about all the hearts she wrote for being a fake friend?
Oh, sorry everybody. I gotta turn this video up. Sorry, I gotta turn the phone up. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me play this clip of her live yesterday.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging.
Oh, well, what happened to my Bluetooth? Give me 1 second.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Sorry about that.
Bluetooth mode. Paired successfully.
All right, here we go.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
That's from her live stream yesterday. KK said that was the second time she went live yesterday. 60,000.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And I do want to mention, so her subscriptions, she currently still has 3 subscribers, and I don't even know if those people realize it, but we were not able to figure that sum up in total for her subscribers because there's just I didn't know that I was going to be doing what I was going to be doing. So we have to keep in mind all the subscribers she had at 1.2, and she got like $1.25 off each one. So not a bunch, but that still adds up, especially with all the people who were gifting subscriptions. Yes, I gifted subscriptions at the early end of the year. Yeah, it was constantly changing. So I wanted to point that out as well because someone messaged me and was like, well, you remember about this? And I was like, oh, crap. That's right.
And they would do, when people would gift, they would give like 5 to 10 at a time, right?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, yeah, I did. I can go back and screenshot like whenever I would send them because the more you sent, like the cheaper it was, I think, something like that. So yeah, I would send sometimes 5, 10, 15, 20 at a time. Yes, Julie, her helping DV victims was a lie as far as I know. I see no proof of it, and I've actually I've seen the opposite. I've seen proof of her not helping DV victims and a lot of, hey, send this to me, but for this DV victim, but put it under, oh, hubby and me dinner. Like it was a bunch of lies. And like you were saying earlier, now I remember. So there's awareness people who were here before us who have the knowledge. They might not have like the videos and the clips, but they have that knowledge from before we came about. And then, we have clips, we have knowledge of stuff that happened behind the scenes with us. There's her ex-mods from way back when who have knowledge of things that she's done then. And I agree. I think if we can all come together to put out the truth and keep putting out the truth and work together, like I'll give anybody any information that they want. Because I want people to know, because I don't want her to continue hurting people, because she hurt a lot of people. A lot of people.
I was going to say, you remember when that shooter in Kentucky, KK, you remember that? That she was taking up money and she was saying like she was ordering stuff.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, she copied Dora the Explorer. She's seen Dora the Explorer on live collecting money to go help the sheriff's department. Well, SP seen that what she was doing, and then she went and was like, "Oh, I'm going to do this," and she pretended to do the order on her live stream, and she was going to have it delivered to them. Well, of course, she didn't directly ask for money on the live stream, but several people sent her money because they wanted to help after that. And guess what? I think, I don't want to misspeak, but I think Dora contacted them and asked about it, and they never got a delivery from her ever. So she collected that money. She received money for that and gifts and whatnot, and that never actually happened.
And also,
but Dora did, and she did show receipts.
Yes,
I live in Kentucky.
Dora
I was affected
100%
by
did.
that. I had friends up there. Dora did collect the money. She did deliver and showed receipts. I want to make that very clear. SP did not.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Dora did.
Yes, Dora, it was 100% the whole way through. I love what she did. But SP seen that and seen it as a great way to make money from it. and did the same thing and got people to send her money. Her recently saying that she needed a plane ticket to get out of where she was staying. There was no plane ticket.
No, because
There was nothing.
and
Yeah.
and and when she posted all those videos on TikTok of, so she needed a plane ticket, but then she posted videos of supposedly, allegedly, her being driven down the highway to, going to other, going through several states. So you knew that whatever money she collected for a plane ticket was not, it was not utilized for that.
Yeah. And also, not this past year, but the year before last, um, they people come over into my life and instead of me getting the gifts for my birthday, I let SP get up in a box and I let SP get the gifts, and she got quite a bit of gifts for my birthday, and I have a picture of that and stuff. So she's gotten quite a bit of stuff from different people off of this app, but that's just a couple things that I remember and was wanting to mention and everything. But sorry to interrupt you and everything. But y'all enjoy your day, and I'm gonna drop back down and listen.
No problem, Miss Tammy. Hey, Katie Bear.
Hey, yes, I'm on a 2.0 account. My other account got hacked and I'm not getting it back.
Well, sorry to hear that, Miss Katie.
Yeah, so you can mod me on this one.
I'll mod you.
Also,
I'll for sure mod you up. I want to make sure it's your account.
it's me. It's me.
um, and
And also, when she was in jail, all the money she got for people putting on her books as well was quite a bit.
And she lied about
Her books as well was quite a bit.
that. She claimed that, so once she got out, I have it recorded, she said that, she got out and she had like some money and she didn't even know like where it all came from. So she have it recorded. She said that, she got out and she had like some money and she didn't even know like where it all came from. So she had a decent amount, several $100s. She got in a box, I don't know, maybe like a month or two later, and claimed that she was still waiting on that money and she never got it. So that was another
Exactly.
lie that she was caught red-handed in.
And then she was asking for Uber outside the jail. Remember when she was allegedly sitting at the bus stop and she was asking for Uber money to get her somewhere while she was waiting for Tammy?
wow, you know,
Uh,
I'm
Homie, thank you so much for the box, hon. I'm going to drop down, stay in the chat. Love you
you're welcome,
guys.
Charlotte.
Respect you 100%. And I'm just going to drop down and stay in the chat, hon. Thank you
Thank you,
very
Miss
much.
Charlotte. Anytime. This is wild. Miss Tammy said. Miss Tammy says she picked her up. Hey, Morgan, and welcome in everybody. I apologize. Uh, uh, if I didn't welcome everybody in, my apologies. And go ahead, Katie Bear and KK.
I was just gonna say, we were literally like on the phone with her whenever she got picked up. We was in a Facebook chat together, like on video chat, and we were there whenever she
Yes.
got picked up.
That is, and and I believe. So this is my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think. I think that the money that she got sent to jail, that they sent her to jail for her books, that they actually cut her a check when she walked out of there.
I think they give you like a card,
A
like a
prepaid card.
prepaid debit card type thing.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
she had money.
yeah,
100% she had money.
yeah, I'm not sure. That's why I'm all like, I'm just giving my opinion on that. But I think that she walked out of there with that money. It was not that she was waiting to get the money. It was more of she had the money, but she was still trying to find a way to scam more people out of more money. Go ahead, young ladies. Go ahead, Katie Bear or KK.
Go ahead, KK.
Oh, KK might be busy doing something.
Sorry, I was coming inside from checking the mail. I'm waiting on a ding dang dishwasher part, and I was hoping it got delivered, but hasn't been delivered yet. Because I'm Mrs. Fix It, you know that.
No problem.
There's just so much, like from start to finish. There's so much that we don't know, and there's so much that we already do know. Just I could pick apart the lies. I have hours and hours of footage, just
And her
of just lie after
medication.
lie, and
Her
then
medication, asking all
yeah,
of
the whole
us.
medication thing.
Yep.
Yeah, Katie Bear was one of the people that she messaged about money for
The
her doctor's
doctors and her
appointments, and Katie
medicine.
Bear sent it. Yep, she sent it, and then like 3 or 4 other people sent it as well, and that's how she got like I think it was almost $2,000 within like a 3-day span
Yes.
for the same thing. And I do have all the screenshots, and well, not I don't have them all like readily available. I tried to go through and get as many as I could before and redact them before we went live. But I have all the proof, all the copy pasted messages from to each people, just collecting money after money, lie after lie. I have her recordings that she was in a box and telling all these tall stories. She was in a box talking about how somebody was like passed out and she was taking care of a baby that had bruises all over their body, and she wasn't going to call the police because she didn't want to get kicked out of where she was staying, but yet she's all about helping the children. It's just this is so deep. This is deeper than I could ever imagine. It's quite a lot, and I know that other people have been hurt by her too that are in here right now, and just the things that I know that I haven't spoke about. It's just it's quite overwhelming, if I'm being honest. It's a lot. She did some really horrible things, and the fact that she was doing all of this underneath our noses is probably the scariest part, because we had no idea, because we were giving her money.
And she would say, please don't say
She was going
nothing.
around to everybody else asking for money. Yeah, please don't say anything. You know, I don't want this to get out. I'm embarrassed to ask you.
Yes.
Just all of that stuff. So they didn't. They didn't. But then whenever they found out she was saying the same things to other people, I'm so thankful that those people came forward and sent me those screenshots so we could actually see everything happening with dates, with timestamps, and video evidence. It's crazy. Like that's the word that comes to mind. It was just crazy.
We
And,
were in disbelief because it was hard for us to believe she would actually do something like that. That's how good she was at manipulating people.
and and that's why I think it's important, like for the awareness community to come together and
I
put as
agree.
much awareness out there as possible, because it came out of her own mouth yesterday that she's coming back to TikTok full time. And the, you know there's some people in the awareness community that don't seem to get along for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. And that's neither here nor there, but the most important thing is to get the word out that she is back. And that's neither here nor there, but the most important thing is to get the word out that she is back. We knew she was coming back, and it for me, the more awareness. Yeah, she's under the same account, Cherry Blossom Special 007. Who is coming
And
back?
then I put Beautiful Broken Warrior is her private account. I think it's still private. And then she also has Phoenix 007 underscore rising. I'm going to copy and paste that into the chat again. Hopefully it's coming through. But those are her three mains. She has some secret ones. It is. Okay, Shay. She has some secret ones that she just uses to like be nosy. But those are her main ones that she'll go live on or get in boxes with.
And like I said, she was scheduled to go live 52 about an hour ago, less 52 minutes ago. She's still not live. She's listening in.
She's
She
probably
was
here
watching.
listening.
Yeah, and I know she's listening and she's watching. And here's the thing about it is, uh, being that I know that she's listening is and watching, you're not going to get away with scamming people for very long. It's all going to catch up. It's you know she's done it for so long that you know this is the way I see it. She ran out of money. She ran out of money, and she's back to
Yep.
scam more people out of money. That's my opinion on this.
Pirates, she worked alone. This was all on her. There was nobody else working with her.
100%. Because, like I've said several, like, had we known she was getting, like I've said several, like, had we known she was getting money behind the scenes, we would have not been giving her money. Like, I think probably at least half of the mods was giving her money. Like, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I know I did. Katie Bears already said she did. Tammy said
Yep.
she did. I'm pretty sure Lady Karma in the comments did. Like, so many of us were giving her money. And it's like, and I try to make sense of it like this. If we were getting a cut of it or if we knew about it, why would we give her our money if we already knew she was getting money behind the scenes?
Exactly.
Yeah, and typically, so the way I've seen things happen, and the way scammers truly work, um, they get a taste of money. But SP has been doing this a long time. I mean, once they get a taste of money, you think they're really going to want to share their money with moderators or anybody else? There is no way that they're going to want to share any money that they scam out of people. Um, they get used to getting, scamming people out of money, that they're not going to share with nobody. They're going all in for themselves, and that's what SP did. She collected as much, and she admitted up to 60,000, and then she made a mockery. She was taunting people that
Exactly.
that you didn't calculate right. That it was more like 60,000. Like, what? You didn't calculate right. That it was more like 60,000. Like, what?
I mean, we knew that there was more than that because some people were too embarrassed to come forth and say that they donated. So we knew it was a little bit more than that, but we had no clue it was 60,000.
I wonder how long of a time span she won't give up that information. Now
No.
that people are onto her, she's not going to give up the information, on in what time span she collected that amount of money.
Well, see, so maybe she was referencing, so the number, the 20,000, over $20,000, that's just for 2024 alone. I do have receipts from 2023 and also 2025, but at the time I was just focusing on 2024. So she could have just been talking about 2024 alone or just altogether in general, because the 20,000 is from 2024. So
Oh,
And she could just be talking about last year, which, if that's true, that is absolutely insane.
yeah.
Yeah,
From
Stacy, that was before me. That was before me. I had no idea who she was whenever I found her in 2023. No clue.
that was
And that was
before my
before,
time.
yeah, that was before I even knew anything about awareness. So I didn't even, I had no idea what awareness was. I didn't even know there were scammers on this app.
I
I
didn't
was like a
either.
baby. I was on here for makeup and cooking.
Yeah, and that was way before my time as well. Like I said, you know, there were several things that uh, Jerry, we should have been paid mods. Sorry. Not even we don't make money off of this, you know. Oh, Jerry? Okay, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Sorry, Jerry, Mrs. I barely found out. Give me 1 second. I just got to
How
make.
many hearts did she break? How many of our old community cried because she lied to be their friend?
Okay, Jerry. Uh, so,
Okay, someone asked what the difference was between her and Tech. I'm not going to be talking bad about Tech because she does some wonderful things for the community and different things that she's involved in. But I will say SP lied about helping DV victims. SP has lied about different doctors, like, oh, I only have so long to live. She literally scammed people out of thousands of over I mean, she said it herself, $60,000. I don't know what time frame, like homie said. She plotted people against each other. She told lies. She continuously spoke about children, although there was a court ordered signed by a judge to stop, to leave them alone, yet she continued to do so. Like, there's not even any comparison with those two at all. Like, they're not, there's no comparison. Like, not at all. Like, they're not, there's no comparison. Like, not one little bit.
no, and you know, like KK asked earlier, you know, like KK asked earlier, how many people were scammed out of money by SP, or you sent her money on the back end? Were scammed out of money by SP, or you sent her money on the back end? If you sent money to SP on the back end, or whatever it is, put a one. Put a one in the comment section. That way we have an idea about, you know, how many people are here that got scammed out of money by SP by her. Um, we have there we go. We're gonna have, you know, um, we're gonna have quite a bit of people, and this is sad. This is so sad to see. You know, the amount of gifts that she would get uh, was wild. Her subscribers, I never kept track of her subscribers. You know, what was it? 100? Was it more than 100? I never kept track of her subscribers. You know, what was it? 100? Was it more than 100? I never kept track of that. Um,
And I
but,
sent her like 3 or 4 lions and other big gifts.
and lions are what, like $300, Katie Bear?
That's what she gets out of it, but to purchase it, it's close to 500.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's close to 500, and then yeah, they get about 300 of it. And like I was like the last 6 months, in the last 6 months of last year for her accounts, they were kind of slowing down. I that was like, I think around $3,000 to $4,000 for just the last 6 months in gifts alone, on what we could go back on and find. But that, the
Yeah.
first 6 months of 2024, she was getting gifted a lot, a lot. So I know that there's probably an additional Probably, I mean, I want to guess like maybe $6,000, $6 to $7. Pixely, I don't, we're not going to be victim blaming here.
Yeah,
Why
we're
would you give that to someone on here? Are you okay in the head? Whenever you
no.
care about people, you help them however you want to. Sometimes it's being there for them. Sometimes it's monetary value. Like, well, you know what?
Go
We're
ahead,
not going to be
KK.
victim blaming here. I already blocked somebody because of that. Well, you know what?
Go
We're not
ahead,
going to be
KK.
victim blaming here. I already blocked somebody because of that.
Go ahead, KK.
Like, that's just gross.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
did.
And
That's just weird.
moderators, if they continue in the chat, and KK already knows, Katie Bear, I'm gonna have to mod you. All the
Yeah.
moderators in here, if if people want to be rude and disrespectful, and start going after the victims, just get rid of them. If you see them go twice in the comments and they want to, victim shame people, you could just block them because we don't need that. They're already a victim to these type of situations. Why sit there and victim shame anybody? So moderators, if you see people just being disrespectful, you could just get rid of them. I mean, there's other live streams that they could go and watch, but you know we're bringing awareness to these situations, and it's not okay that um, for them to be doing that. I'm not going to tolerate it. We're gonna approach this the way we need to approach this, and we're going to do this in a respectful manner because KK is very respectful, Katie Bear is respectful, a lot of the people in the community are very respectful. you know um, some people don't bring everybody brings awareness in a different way, and we're going to do this respectfully. And and if we see people just being disrespectful in the comments or whatever, hey, Queen of Blessings, I'm just not, I won't tolerate it anymore. We give people leeway and all this other stuff, but don't go after the victims. That's unacceptable behavior. Go ahead, young ladies. I just had to address that.
People need to realize when we were gifting her back then, that was before we knew anything of what she was doing. But once we found out, all that ceased. It stopped. And me personally, I stopped going into her lives like July or August, somewhere around there. I quit going in because it made me sick finding out all this stuff.
Yeah, and
Same here. And that's why I went live and came forward. Was I scared? Because she had a very large following, and some of those people are, Ryder, unalive. They would be there through thick and thin no matter what. I mean, at one point I was one of those people, but then I was like, hold on, this isn't right. And it was terrifying. It was terrifying to go live and tell people, because at that time, it was in January of this year, I had only known about $10,000. So, all right, bye, Abigail.
go ahead,
It's
I'd
just
Queen
only
like
of
known
last
about
Blessings.
year.
$10,000 of it. Mm-hmm.
It's just like last year when I had my suspicions. I DM'd KK, and we started comparing notes, and we were like, oh my God, a lot of this stuff started coming together.
And not to worry, everybody. We got rid of Abigail. Yeah, we got rid of that person.
Just take her.
We're we're talking about a certain situation here, right? And you will always have people coming into a live stream trying to disrupt things and make it about somebody else when we've seen other individuals and how they conduct themselves and stuff. Like I said, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody. I want to give people an opportunity to be in the comments, to be in the chat. But when I see people going on and on about something else, and we've seen that person do good things on TikTok, we're only going to tolerate it for so long, and then we're just going to keep it moving. I mean, don't make this about somebody else. especially when everybody, a lot of people have seen the good that they've done. But with this whole situation with SP, I'm sorry, but you know, we can't allow her. We cannot allow her. And at that, who am I to say, who could be on social media and who cannot? I'm not the king of TikTok. I'm not the popo of TikTok. I'm not the TikTok police. I'm not none of that. But she's gonna come back, and she already said she's coming back full time, and she's gonna find new people to scam out of money. That's just truth and facts. Uh, what is your opinion on that, Katie Bear? Do you think that's one of the reasons she's coming back is to take advantage of more people, or KK?
I don't know. I don't know what her reasoning is. She's pretty stupid for coming back now that everybody knows what she's doing.
And so that's my opinion. I personally believe that she came back to find new people to scam out of money, and not everybody's going to agree. Some people might be like, no, maybe she came back to make friends. What? She SP doesn't make friends. I'm sorry, but that's everybody's entitled to their opinion. She's not coming back to
She
make
has
friends.
an agenda.
Yeah, there's a big
Well,
agenda behind it. Go ahead, KK.
Well, in Dora's live last night, when we were all talking about it because she was streaming her, she had mentioned Jen. Jen is another scammer slash beggar. She had been live several times in the past couple of days when she was barely live at all, and then all of a sudden, SP comes back, and we know that they have spoken. We know that Jen had given her money back in just January of this year.
Yes.
So that could be connected. Who knows? And I do have some of her lives from last night on my YouTube publicly. I have another one where I live streamed her accounts, her private account, and then her regulars, but her service was so terrible. I only got bits and pieces. But she was playing this AI song about people doing this basically for clout, and talking about the children and how the truth will stand when the world's on fire and all that nonsense. Well, it's standing right now. And I pray and hope that people listen and they see the physical evidence and the physical proof of these things, and don't go back and don't give her money. Allegedly, she says she's working, which if she's working, fantastic. Come live with your gifts off. I'd prefer not to go live at all, but that's her right as an American, free speech. I don't want to see people hurt again. I don't want to see people getting taken advantage of. I don't want to see the same vicious cycle again.
Amen, KK.
And KK's YouTube is the same as her TikTok name. If you go to KK's profile, you have a link on there, KK, right?
Yeah, so I need to change. So I have the link to my backup YouTube in my bio right now because I got popped for copyright strike, and I couldn't stream for like a week. And I think everything happens for a reason. I literally got streaming back yesterday
Just in
on my main account.
Just in time.
Yep. So it's the same name as here, KK Ressa 21. And I'll put the link in my bio in case y'all don't have it. Gamecock Girl, she's doing good. I actually just brought her some lunch. No crazy pain yet. Her nerve block is still working. And she's not in a whole lot of pain yet. Oh, yeah, for those of you who don't know, my daughter got a knee surgery Tuesday. So I've been busy with that. And then SP pops up. I'm like, oh, Lord. All right, let's do this.
And for
But she's
me,
good. Thank you for everyone who's been asking.
and here, I'm going to put this out there. I want everybody to know. A lot of people are going to be watching her live streams as far as SP. There's going to be a lot of people watching SP's live streams to see who's in there, to see who's gifting her, to pay attention and just keep who's gifting her, to pay attention and just keep an eye out. I'm going to put it out there for everybody because there might be some people that still support SP. That they're not going to come out and say it, but people are going to be keeping an eye out just and trying to warn new people because I'm telling you, and Katie Bear said it herself. There's an agenda. There is reasoning as to why she came back. And whatever that agenda is, she's going to try to fulfill it. And she's look, she came back for money, because she had her gifts on yesterday. And it's the same old SP like back in the day. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Oh, thank you, sweetness. Oh, she knows how to pull at people's heartstrings.
She love bombs them.
Yeah, but this time I don't think.
True narcissist.
Yeah, I don't think that she will, go around, to other live streams and try to take people to, gift other people. This is all about SP. That's just, yeah, Paisley. I don't even like that word. I'm sorry. I don't like that word. Beauty must. No. I'm sorry. No, it's going to be about money for her. And just watch, listen to KK, listen to Katie Bear, listen to Miss Tammy, listen to, Miss Charlotte, and that way you know what to look out for. That way, she'll call you Beauty Mess, Lovely, and she'll call you Beauty Mess, Lovely, and she'll call you all these names, and she's here for the money. That's what it's all about, and mark my words, at 1:13 on today's date, what is today? The 26th of June. It's going to be all about the money. Yeah, she makes you feel welcomed, and don't let her stamp your ticket because she'll be like,
She's
here.
not a friend.
Yeah, no.
Do not let her suck you in.
No, she's not here to make friends. I'm going to tell everybody right now, KK, anybody here that used to be, used to gift SP and stuff like that, she's not here to be your friend. The only thing she is here to do is act like your friend and find a way to get money off of you on the back end. That's the only thing. And I'm going to call it for what it is. I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. And the greasy spoon, she knows how to con people out of money. And that's what it is. Why sugarcoat anything? And there's going to be people that still support her and go in there and gift her and probably even send her money still to this day that we don't know about. But you'll be able to see it.
And I'll be honest, like, I know a lot of different people have different styles of awareness and things like that, and I respect it. And that's why I mentioned earlier, I personally don't message people directly. That could be a little bit direct, and people might not take it okay. And that's why whenever I first started my awareness about her specifically, I was like, I am just going to stick with the facts. I am just going to try and keep my feelings out of it as much as she really hurt me and upset me and hurt others. I just stick to facts. Try and, like, if you see someone in their gifting or someone commenting on a video, just try and tag them in one of the awareness videos about her. I wouldn't suggest personally, messaging them, DMing them. This is me personally. You don't have to listen to me. Once again, I'm not the scam police. That's just what I've found to be the most successful. Whenever I did my live, people listened to me and they seen the proof of it all. And, they initially, they stopped gifting and other things because of that live stream and how I presented it. Because a lot of people in her group are used to getting, we did get gross messages, we did get mean messages. People were mean to us because of the things that she had done that a lot of us had no idea about. So that's just my personal, how I would do it personally. Me, just
And I
tag
second
them,
that.
send them the video, something like that. Gross messages won't get you nowhere with them, I promise.
No, and um, don't get close. If there's one thing we could ask people, if you come across her, whether it's the Cherry Blossom Special 007 account or Phoenix Rising 007 account, she might make some new accounts. And don't get close with her. Whatever you do, don't give her your phone number. Don't give her an email. Just don't message back and forth with her, because she's going to try to reel you in. Oh, Jerry, I forgot to tell you, I made you a moderator. She's going to
And
try.
she will use it against you. She will use any personal information against you. I've seen her do that before with other people. And that goes with anybody. Please be careful of what you tell people personally, like personal wise here on the internet. Because, in a split second, they could turn on you and do some
Yeah.
nasty things.
Welcome in, Pops. Welcome in, Pops. I just want to acknowledge, I see that you just came in. It's okay. You're late. But, you know, I can't stress this enough. I can't stress this enough of not getting close with her. Don't give anybody your personal information, because don't give anybody your personal information because the one thing, there are still people that thought that she was a friend and they gave her personal information and they are scared still to this day. And especially knowing that she is back on TikTok today. And especially knowing that she is back on TikTok, there are people that are very scared of her to this day. Trey Bay, we've been on for over an hour. And to this day. Trey Bay, we've been on for over an hour. And they're in fear right now. They have said, should I be, what should I do? Should I be scared now that she's back? That there are people that are scared to this day, knowing that she's back. It is sad. And Tara, it's very sad, because, why do people have to live like that? Why do people have to live like that, knowing that she's back on TikTok, or she's making her way back through social media, and have fear that, she might try something. She might try something because she has their information. And that's why it's very important. And I've asked the awareness community, how many people from that are here that do awareness? I know KK does awareness. Little Man, Scam Slam's here. I seen Scammy Claus.
And I seen Scammy Claus. I seen the T. It's like it's justice. There's a justice page. There's a T Talk page in here. Bossy 55. There's that one. I know that Tammy, a Kool-Aid Mustache. Several people I see repost, like downloaded repost. Tamara's here. Tamara Rose, Bella the Diva. Dora's in here. There's so many people in here.
Yeah. So, what I ask is a favor, and it's rare that I ask for favors. Uh, at least I'll ask for a favor and not money. Let me just put it that way. Um, I ask a favor from a lot of the people that bring awareness. The more awareness that we could put out regarding SP making her way back to TikTok, the better it is. No, Antara, no pennies, no nothing. All gifts are off. Now, I just ask anybody that brings awareness. The more awareness, the better it is to warn people about SP being back on TikTok. That's the only thing I ask because we need to let people know. Go ahead, KK.
I was just gonna say, I know that there's a lot of information in here. There's been a lot from different people's stories, just to receipts and everything. If anybody has questions or wants to see something specifically, please feel free to reach out to any of us and ask. I do have a current playlist on my page for her specifically. It's Cherry Blossom Special on the playlist. I'm going to be adding some more screenshots and stuff to that today after I make sure everybody here is taken care of. So there will be proof there. Like there's so much proof, it's insane. But if you have specific questions or you want to ask about something specific that may or may not have happened, please reach out and ask.
KK,
I will give you any information.
KK Beast Mode also has a YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay, where's Beast Mode? Is Beast Mode in here?
I seen her earlier. I haven't been watching comments all that much, but I did see her in here earlier for sure.
Okay. So I will try to find Beast Mode's account. So what I'll do is I'll make a post. I'm gonna make a post where you could find videos or stuff of that nature, and then also if you have been scammed by SP in any which way, you sent her money on the back end, whatever, but we need receipts. That's the one thing we ask for because receipts go a long way. If you have been scammed by SP, you sent her money, to whatever payment apps, she gave you. Reach out to KK. Zen Life, if you're new here, she goes by SP, Cherry Blossom Special 007. I'm not going to give out a government name. I'm just going to give you what her TikTok username is. Now, okay, Beast Mode. So Beast Mode is in the comments. Beast Mode has a YouTube channel. I don't know if it's linked in her bio on her account. And but I won't give it out. Beast Mode has videos. KK has KK, I believe, has everything. Reach out to KK if you've been scammed. Yeah.
SP's Road to the Whorehouse has videos. There's lots of them.
Yes.
KK, could you name off some of the accounts that have videos, readily available of people that you?
Okay. Yeah. So Lies of Tamari has videos dating back to a while ago. SP's Road to the HO House also has videos dating back. I have like the little. I have a lot of her videos are on my YouTube. That's where a lot of her stuff is. I'll make a playlist over there. Oh gosh, who else has specific videos? I don't know who has specific videos posted. I know several people have done lives about it, but I don't know about videos posted. I know those main two.
Okay. I'll see. I mean, I have off until Sunday, but I have other things I got going on here. Thank you, Charlotte. Um, so I'll try to make a video, where you could possibly find videos. But KK has a lot on her YouTube. Beast Mode has videos. SP's Road to the You Know What. I can't say the last of it. To the H House. Um, so there's. I don't know if Little Man has videos or Kool-Aid Mustache has videos. But we'll, I'll have people. I'll reach out to people to see who has, or I'll go to their accounts. Um, so
Oh yeah,
it's
Mama Hook has some, I believe,
okay.
a few of them. But if you have videos on your accounts, reach out to homie and let him know, because I think that it'd be great if you could compile that, and then I'll make sure that we'll all make sure to repost and all that, so we all know where to go for different clips. So it's not just, oh, this one person said something. No, it was all of these people saying something. And I have my full live streams on my YouTube from when I talked about her, when I had Tammy in a box speaking. And then I think I also have where I was in a box with Mackenzie. That's also on my YouTube. There's so much. It's out there. We just gotta direct you to it.
And how many people? She's still not live. We're about an hour and a half past her time. We're an hour. She was supposed to be live an hour and a half ago. I think she's waiting for us to end. How many people just came in? Put a one in the chat if you just came in. If you missed the audio, I played it several times. Put a one in the chat if you missed the audio, and I'll replay it for everybody. Oh, we have a lot of people that just came in. Okay, Dora. I was just trying to see who just came in that didn't hear it, because I'll play it once again. Okay, let me play it. Good thing I have it saved. Thank you, KK, for putting it out there. There's several other people. Let me play it for everybody.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
Let's run it back.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
Jealous of what? Scamming people. Jealous of scamming people out of about $60,000? Who's going to be jealous of who? Some people probably gave the last of what they had to her. I guarantee you a lot of elderly people that barely had money, for medications and stuff like that, they would probably give the last of what they had. Go ahead, KK.
Well, and like I mentioned earlier, I know for a fact, a single mom going through cancer treatments, somebody who had an eye surgery, someone who had surgery on her leg. Like, I know for a fact these people who are on fixed incomes, like, I have an extra $10. It's not much, but I can send it to you type thing. I have so many of those that sent. She didn't care who you were. She didn't care what you were going through. If you had it to give, she would take it. And promises that she would pay it back. When in reality, likely none of these people have ever seen a penny of that. I know Tammy hasn't, and Tammy gave her thousands. I know Nancy hasn't. Nancy also gave her thousands, bought her a new phone. She took advantage of these people.
She didn't feel bad taking people's last dollar as long as she got it.
And that's why it's very, very important to get the word out, right? And I know people are probably I know I'm on a repetitive cycle but that's how you get a message out. That's how you get the word out. And that's why I ask, a favor from the awareness community, people that bring awareness and stuff of that nature, that, you know, um, let's work together to get notify and let as many people know as possible on TikTok that she plans on coming back full time. It takes a community to make things happen, to get the word out, to make people aware. So we need to do this as a community. I mean, that's the favor I ask of people that bring awareness. Now, are they going to do it? I don't know. But, that's all I could do is ask, you know, that favor. But,
And if you see a video, repost it.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead,
Beast Mode made a really good point. Okay, so Beast Mode said at her accounts when you post about her, so they're seen when they search her. I know for a fact she already has, there's a hashtag Cherry Blossom Special 007. I know that has if you just type that in, that hashtag, you will see several videos regarding her. So that's another great way to find videos. And make sure if you are posting about her, use those hashtags. So people can easily, whenever they search her, it'll come up. And then SP's Road to the House is also in the chat. Like we mentioned earlier, she has a ton, like her page is mainly dedicated to just her. So that is a really great place to start if you want to go through and see just a bunch of different things.
And it's, I'll keep saying it over and over. We need, it needs to be done as a community. I know people are going to say, well, Mexican homie, you have the platform to get the word out. I know, but the more people that bring awareness to this situation, the more people you reach. It's just the way that's how it becomes a community effort. I'm not asking, people that don't bring awareness for anything, but repost the videos, please. If you can, share the videos out, repost them, whatever the case might be, and we'll reach a lot more people, because I already said it. I think it's a money thing. I think that she's coming back for money, to make money. And, everybody's going to be entitled to their opinion, and Miss Katie Bear says she has an agenda. And she does have an agenda. And what it is exactly, we don't know yet. But for me, I think it's all about the money. Go ahead, Katie Bear or KK.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Texas Country Lady, we're talking about SP, Cherry Blossom Special, ISYBW, I See You Beautiful Warrior, Phoenix 007_Rising. I don't know if her Reddit is still up, like the Reddit about her. Let me check really quick, because if you have Reddit, that's also a good place to go if somebody knows the name of it. Please feel free to type that in the comments as well. I think it's Tamari's Lies Stop Here. Wait, where is it? Okay, yes. Tamari Lies Stop Here. There's a bunch of stuff over there as well.
Leroy,
type that in the chat.
Yeah, Leroy Brown. We say that about a lot of people scamming on TikTok. TikTok does have fault in this. It's just Uber. It's up. Okay. So TikTok allows it, but here's the thing about what SP was doing. She was doing it on the back end. You kind of see what I'm saying? It was done on the back end, and that means she was messaging people, getting phone numbers, stuff of that nature. She was doing it like off of TikTok, probably, more than messaging people through TikTok to get, phone numbers, ways to contact people. So TikTok is at fault for allowing this. And we've said this, I don't know how many times. It's allowed. Even though uh, TikTok allows it. Because like with gifts and stuff like that, when you send people gifts, TikTok makes a good chunk of money. Yeah, Miss Kenzie. And when SP left, she went over to YouTube, and she was over on YouTube, and she thought she was slick, but we all knew she was going to make a comeback. She was going to come back to TikTok because they don't stay away for very long. If somebody could type in the Reddit name, that would be greatly appreciated in the comments.
Yeah, I keep typing it in, but I don't know if it's coming through. Let me try it without the R in front of it and see if that comes through.
Yeah, I didn't see it come through. KK, they're filtering. TikTok filters things, which is common.
Let
But
me try it another way.
yeah, it's not coming through, Texas Country Lady.
All right, let's see if that comes through.
I'm all like, we're being. Okay, let me see if I could get you up. Let me expand your screen. Yeah, I am. There we go. Sorry, everybody.
Tamari lies stop here.
There you go, everybody. If you want to take a screenshot of that, write it down, screenshot it. We don't get filtered that way.
But that's the Reddit, and I mean, stuff on Reddit goes. I mean, there's stuff from. It goes. There's stuff from a long time ago too, like even stuff like before I came around. Like this was from 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
She might find herself in that same type of situation of that young lady that was on the screen.
Oh yeah. So let me.
And you know,
it goes back.
Wow.
Still at 2 years ago. So I have not gone through everything over there. But there's quite a bit, it looks like, on her from Reddit. So
a lot.
So once again, Tamari's lies stop here.
Yeah. So could we do that? Maybe. Okay. All right. Be careful. You know, SP will go real life on people. She will go real life on people. Be careful with her. Yeah, that's on Reddit, Miss Lena. Miss Lena, yeah, that's on Reddit. So, and if you don't know what Reddit is, you don't have to download any app. Go to your Googly. You just type in, put in the name for Reddit. You don't have to download no app. Don't fall into downloading anything. You could just go directly to their site, and that's where you'll see all the videos, information, stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not giving no government names. The Cherry Blossom Special 007 is on TikTok. That is an account you'll find her on. I just checked. Let me see. Let me turn my Bluetooth off. That way I could check to see. And she was supposed to be live an hour and 40 minutes ago. Nope. She's still not live. And she's waiting for us to end. She is waiting for us to end the live stream. I guarantee you. I've seen this happen time and time. I don't know how many times they wait till we end, and then they're going to come out with some craziness and whatever. And then I guarantee you she's going to team up with somebody. I don't know who that doesn't like the Mexican homie. Yeah, she's watching us like everybody else. she'll try to team up with somebody that doesn't like us and try to put some ridiculous things out there. And I don't know who, but that's fine. I have nothing to hide. So, um, good afternoon, Miss Sharon. Oh, you're doing it for, yeah, you're doing work. I'm fortunate enough to be off until Sunday. So, I don't know, Miss Mandy. I really don't know, who she'd be working with. But here's the thing about it. Um, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I did get message, and Alicia, I barely seen your comment. Alicia. So, like I said, just be on the lookout and don't get close to her. Go ahead, Katie Bear.
I was just going to say I got to drop down because I got to finish some stuff up here at work, but I will be in the chat listening.
Okay, thank you,
And
Miss
thank
Katie
you
Bear.
for having me.
Anytime. You have a blessed
Bye.
day, Katie.
You too.
Thank you,
Have a
Miss Katie
blessed
Bear.
day.
You too. Yeah, so that's all we can do, everybody, is, try to get the word out. And is, try to get the word out. And KK's YouTube is uh, KK Rissa, right?
Yes, KK Rissa 21, and I did go ahead and put it.
KK Rissa, right?
Yes, KK Rissa 21, and I did go ahead and put it in the bio of this account that I'm on now. And just in case people follow me on my private backup accounts, I'll go ahead and post it over there too. And just in case people follow me on my private backup accounts, I'll go ahead and post it over there too, just so I'm covered on all bases. But if you go to my YouTube and type in like SP, the videos should pop up of me live talking about it, showing receipts, showing the proof. And I don't know if there's a way I can like pin it to the.
As always, we're going to try to just get the word out as much as possible. And yeah, we'll just got to keep our eyes open and see. And yeah, we'll just got to keep our eyes open and see what other scams she's trying to pull.
And we'll stay on top of it. And we'll stay on top of it. And I really do think, I'm very hopeful that everyone could possibly set aside their differences. If I'm very hopeful that everyone could possibly set aside their differences, if they're, if they are having differences and just come together about this and just make sure that everyone is spreading awareness and getting and just come together about this and just make sure that everyone is spreading awareness and getting, the more people that know, the better. And I think it'll be successful, like 100%. I'm very hopeful about it.
Thank you, KK. I hope you have a blessed day. Be safe out there. And yeah, we'll just keep an eye on and see what's going on.
Thank you. And once again, if anybody has any questions at all, please feel free to reach out and ask. I'm going to be posting some receipts here in just a little bit, so you can see it for yourself, for your own eyeballs.
Thank you, KK. And if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't followed KK, please follow KK on her TikTok, YouTube, all that. It costs you nothing to hit the follow button or subscribe over on YouTube, and it would be greatly appreciated.
All right, I'm going to drop. Thank you so much for doing this, homie, because I think the sooner people start talking about it, the better. But I'm going to drop. The sooner people start talking about it, the better. but I'm gonna drop. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. I think it's been a good live stream. You know, we've tried to get the word out to as many people as possible. Um, you know, it's just we have to get the word out. So be on the lookout if you come across SP. Stay away, please. It's all we can do is get the word out, and we do it in a respectful manner. I'm not, I'm not giving government names out. I'm just what you see on the screen is, yes, Emmett, yes, we are on, but I can't send you pizza. I'm like, I can't send you pizza, Emmett. Now, hey, that's all we can do is get the word out. And I want to thank everybody that supports us in bringing awareness. It is greatly appreciated. Emmett's all like, I want some pizza. now, now we want to thank everybody that supports us in bringing awareness. To give you an idea, like I said, there's the channel, but for the ones that wonder what we've been doing, there's a lot of things, and I'm too busy doing other things. So let me get her off the screen. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what we've been doing. Well, at least what I've been doing besides working. I've been working. Okay. I'm going to show you what I've been doing. This is what I like to do, when I'm not working. I've been busy. This is what we do. I do, not Mrs. Homie. This is what I do. Rebuild cars, stuff of that nature. Do these auctions, these auto auctions, and so that's why I haven't really had time to upload, videos and stuff like that. And and we're getting things. We're getting things done. Thank you, 4'2". So this is what occupies a lot of my time, and we just do it. Hope. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I had to do that just to do it. There you go. Hold on. Here, let me do that. Oh, let me do that. If you see it green, it means something. This is just what we do. Oh, man. I want to see how far they go with this. Oh. I just want to see how far they'll take it. Oops. I just want to see how far they'll take it. All right, one more time. Sometimes you push them to spend more. Yeah, red means you've been outbid. Oops. We'll just do that. Oops. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to give up. All right, one more, and then we'll keep it moving, everybody. So this is what I do. This is what I do. Okay, they could have it. Yeah, Copart is awesome. Love Paranormal. I'll let them have it. I'll let them have it. So I bid it up. I just bid it up, and I was like, nope, I'm not going another 25. Oh my God, I just let them take it. I was like, yeah, you could have it, It was down at $200 and something. I was like, yeah, it started at $100, and I was like, yeah, you could have it. Take it. Went from $100 up to Oh, is it 675, 625? I haven't lost count. I was like, yeah, you can have it. So this is what I do. Just keep myself occupied, keep myself busy, rebuild vehicles. Lady Girl, I didn't see your comment. I apologize. I was over here going back and forth with these people. Yeah, 4'2", check it out. I mean, it's available to the public. And this is just something, they have clean titles, they have rebuilt titles, salvage titles, you name it. They have boats, cars, RVs, motorcycles, Can-Ams, Razors. It's Copart. Copart. So it's Copart. And it's open to the public. No, sorry, Emmett, they don't have pizzas. Electric wheelchairs, once in a while, Beast Mode, they sell random items. They do sell random items. So this is what I like to do. It's thousands of cars every day. Yeah, they won't auction pizza off. So, but that's why I haven't uploaded nothing to YouTube. No pizza, that's a deal breaker. I'm sorry. MAGA Girl, they all over the United States. They are all over the United States. We have 4 locations where I'm at. Need help finding a car? It's me. It's like I said, this is all open to the public. I typically Bedazzled. If I win a vehicle, I pick it up in my state where I'm at, less than an hour away. Or you could have, if you get it in if you bid in another state, you could have it shipped through a car carrier. It's Copart, Copart. So Copart. And I'm just seeing what's going on with this little car. It has a little dings. I just did that for fun. Oh, it looks like it's the same person that I did it to earlier. It's the same person. It is. It gets intense. It's intensifying. It's the same person. Oh. I'll let them pay $400 for it. Here. Oh. Yeah. They could have it. Well, they could have it. There. They could have it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's Copart for everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I got stuck with it. Don't worry. Yeah, Mrs. Homie, I got stuck with that car. Not to worry. I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up in about 4 or 5 days. Sometime next week, I'll pick up that vehicle. I didn't think I was going to get it, but a couple of little dings. But yeah, I'm in trouble. Mrs. Homie's like, you got that car. After fees and everything, it's about $600. Yeah, after fees, it'll be about $600 out the door, but that's fine. I'll pick it up in about 4 to 5 days. And so with that being said, everybody, I'm in trouble. I only bid $25, went back and forth for a few bids. I know I'm in trouble. It's all right, no big deal. We won that vehicle. As a matter of fact, I gotta go work on some other vehicles. So I'm gonna get out of here. I got vehicles to go work on. I got a Jeep Wrangler I'm gonna be selling. It's gotta go. It's gotta go out the door. So yeah, I know, Miss Katie Bear. I'm in trouble. No, but I'm getting rid of a Jeep Wrangler, everybody. So I'm gonna get out of here. Let me get out of there. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go work on 2 vehicles. And I'll bring some videos to everybody. I could do it on a live stream of the Jeep Wrangler. I have an 89 Jeep Wrangler that I am getting rid of. Hard top, the soft top, and 3 sets of doors. runs and drives, a new clutch, and a rebuilt engine. So I got to go work on that. And then I got to work on some other vehicles. So everybody have a good day. Have a blessed day. And I'll bring you along on the journey for when I go kick over that Jeep Wrangler. It hasn't been started in 2 years. And I'll show you in real time how that goes. So everybody have a good day. I'm going to get out of here, and I got things to do. Thank you to everybody that supports us and bringing awareness. Have a blessed day, everybody.